Here we go. They're getting live into the match. Twister versus Ash. And we're going to begin on Blood Run here with Ash. So here goes Ash with the Mega Health. So Ash with the advantage on the weapons here. He's got every major weapon after he takes this lightning gun, which is right behind him.
Yeah, he'll need to go and get onto the LGs anyway, every gun, but he's doing the right thing and going sort of free damage here, which is obviously it's a pretty standard move where usually you don't get hit with 2 rails, so that was kind of bad by Twister to stay around spamming 2 on, especially to drop down. He could follow him through here, or actually rocket jump up, which is going to work too. He's going to be able to get the red, and then hopefully stop Twister from leaving the plasma room for free. So he probably should just wait here. Maybe he could have waited there, but he wants to go for Mega first, which is actually the right move, considering Twister wants to go for it.
Wow, nice kill.
Yeah, Twister dies for it, for going for it. So kind of a good start for Ash. He just needs to get this yellow and then move around the map again.
He's hitting like 50% LG there. And Ash actually, against Pavel, the only reason he won was because he was murdering Pavel with just incredible precision on his lightning gun. And he's looking pretty strong here, you know, picking up the red armor. He's in pretty good shape overall. Nice bit of damage coming in from Twister there, but Mega's coming up soon. Ash is going to have some good position on it, and Twister, should he be looking for a challenge here?
Maybe not, because he doesn't have a lightning gun. So down there, it depends what way he wanted to come in. If he wanted to come in from where he was, then it could have been okay with only rockets. But if he wanted to come in from the rocket launcher, which he would have been a bit too late for the Mega anyway, then it wouldn't have been ideal to go in without LG. So he should probably just grab LG now. Twister, that is. And yeah, he's grabbed the LG, moving up for another yellow, wants to see if it's there. Maybe he should check if it's there, which it is, so he can probably go for that. And then he wants to move into the grenade launcher, or get to like either down there or down at the Mega. But because Mega's coming up, it's not really ideal to be there. So yeah, he should probably just wait where he is, which is what he's doing. Yeah, see, this is why he shouldn't be coming down here, and he dies for it. So pretty basic mistake not to drop down there, especially if you don't know where your opponent is or when Mega is. So yeah, he's died for it now, and he's in a really terrible spot now.
And good rail there from Twister, putting some damage onto Ash, but like you said, he's suffering at the moment. Twister's really, really suffering. Ash is going to try to trap at the LGs just briefly again, and back onto the yellows. So a lot of time to kill at the moment, and Ash could really look for some aggression here to try to catch Twister, but Twister's actually going to give it to him, and that's questionable.
Yeah, that's sort of 3 mistakes that he's made that have led him lose his stack for nothing, really. I mean, a plasma fight there, when you have half your opponent's hit points, it's not really going to end very well. So he just needs to slow down the game. I mean, it's only 2 minutes 40 in, so he's got no time to worry about. But see, he's letting him do free damage where there's no need. I mean, dropping down here is going to be suicide if Ash has got sticks around, which he's actually found him again. And yeah, now he's putting himself in pretty bad spots. I mean, he got lucky to get away there, really. So he might even be able to get on the red through this play, actually. So, oh yeah, maybe not, because Ash too quick. So yeah, that's 4 times now that Twister's sort of thrown his stack away for nothing. So he's got to slow down, work the corners a bit more, and sort of not go for a commitment until he's ready. So he's always going for it when he's only got 2 guns, or maybe 1 gun and a bit of health. So yeah, he's maybe got to slow down a bit more.
Ash is just hitting everything as well. I mean, he's hitting a 45 LG, 57 rail. So this is what we saw earlier too, you know, really connecting. But there he finds Twister again. Twister going for this rocket trap at the red armor, at the shotgun. Doesn't work out, and there is a frag for Ash. But Mega's 10 seconds away, so, I mean, I don't know. Blood Run's not really usually a map where you see people going for the follow-up aggressions too often.
No, it's generally not a good idea because it's quite open map, so if you don't have the guns, then you can't really fight. So, as you saw, Twister did the right thing with the guns that he had, as in to go to the shotgun, but with his stack, he wasn't actually able for him to really do much, so he went, again, too early to try to make something happen, so he died for it. Even though he did, like, decent damage, I mean, Ash still had 150 health, and then he had red as well, so it's not worth it. So again, he still needs to slow down the game. I mean, he's trying to play too fast at the moment, but he should be able to get in on a yellow here, which will be coming up, which he has gotten now. So this is his chance. He's got all the guns. He's got 100. He doesn't want to blow it again. If he blows it again here, then that's going to just be so bad for him. So
there you go, Ash. 200. Twister doesn't take damage yet. Actually gets. That's a pretty clean pickup of the red. That's much better than he could have expected, I think. And Ash.
It's so bad by Twister to go for that rail. He can't afford to get hit. If he didn't get hit there, he would have had like a decent stack, especially now. Nice rocket, but he can't afford to take all this damage because he's not going to get any more items. So Ash is just going to be able to grab this. Well, he's not going to be able to. He must have grabbed the yellow, so he's just going to be able to go and get everything, while Twister's going to get nothing. So the damage, and now he takes a grenade, and now he's going to die. So all the damage that Twister was going for there was never going to be have any effect on the Ash's stack anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, even that rail, it doesn't matter because, you know, Ash is now going to probably be able to go get the other yellow, which he does, and now Twister still has nothing, so it's, yeah, not ideal play.
It's definitely something always worth speaking about. Like, I think when Memento Warrior was on last, like, we were talking about this a lot. It's like just the concept of redundant damage.
Yeah.
And that's like a really huge concept that isn't talked about too much, but you see it a lot. Like, sometimes people can be very black and white with, it's like, oh, you know, I did damage. I just, if you do damage, but it's like, no, sometimes it doesn't mean anything.
Definitely. And in that fight back there at the yellow, all that was, unless he got the kill, or he got him so weak that, like, he couldn't go for any of the other items, which was never going to happen anyway, because he didn't have the right sort of, he was never going to do that much damage, so it's never going to be worth it. So I don't know why he stuck around for so long, but, yeah. Twister almost got caught out there, but don't know why rail, and yeah, died for using rail. So maybe this is Twister's sort of chance now. I mean, if he gets on the red, which is up in 6 seconds, and then drops for Mega, especially what he'll want is Ash to stick around to try and defend this Mega, which he is trying to do. Twister should have. Oh, he's got the frag anyway. So really nice railing here by Twister. So Ash has got to now do the thing that Twister should have done and slow down the map. Slow down the map.
I'll see if he can do it. I mean, Ash, he's a guy that does play. I mean, he plays fast, but he knows how to play correct too. So great defense there with the plasma gun. That's like a perfect place to use that plasma. He connected. He just destroyed all of Twister's stack. Twister will pick up a yellow. Finds Ash in the back here. Might just be able to pick up the frag, but it's going to be close. And there it is. He does take it down. Red's coming up too. Ooh. But here is Ash with the spawn that just really just ruins all of Twister's chances. Going to pick up this Mega. Should get damage on this red too.
I was just looking at Twister. He was up on the red platform and he didn't actually grab the red, so almost worked out for him though because he actually managed to hit a rail. But yeah, Ash has still got to slow down the map. You know, 3 minutes to go. He's 6 frags. You don't need to do anything special. You just need to sort of play ABC and you'll win. Yeah. So there's no need for him. He's doing the perfect idea, just waiting and camping, and then moving on when he sees where Twister is. So he's done the right thing. He should just wait here, and then when he sees where Twister is, move on. He's just got to be careful that he doesn't come from shards, which he is in a perfect position to look out for that. So now he's going to be able to get the red, and that's pretty much game over now. So, well, he did exactly the right thing, what he needed to do when he was out of control. Whereas when Twister was out of control, he was going for frags way too early. So that's how he's sort of managed to put himself in such a terrible position as what he's in now.
Yeah, certainly. So 2 minutes left for Twister now. So 6 frags is going to be really hard. As you said, it's so easy for Ash just to play ABC from this point. So you'd expect this to be if this is a victory for Twister, you think it's basically a mistake from Ash, basically. It's going to be mistakes from Ash to force the victory.
Oh, it's not going to happen. I couldn't see it happening. Yeah. I mean, Ash, he's doing the right thing. Can't afford to take another rail, so he should have just gone through the teleporter. But maybe he thinks he can hit, so yeah. So this is how he could lose if he sticks around here. So he should really probably have gone through the teleporter, but as long as he gets through here and doesn't die, nice rail. So yeah, now it's, he's in such a good position again. Now that Twister's actually even lower than him. So it kind of looked like Ash was fooling around there, because I don't think he would have done that if he thought he had a chance of losing, if it was maybe 2 frags. But yeah, so he's definitely going to win from here.
Yeah, definitely. It's also very demotivating. It's for Twister's perspective to think, okay, maybe I have a chance, and you get railed, you get railed, you get railed. All right, I guess I'm done.
Especially for someone like Twister, who is like a railgun sort of heavy player. He probably doesn't do his confidence much good to be out-railed.
No.
Yeah.
There you go. And Ash just is hitting a lot. It's just
he's been impressive with his aim so far. Not really the LG. I mean, it's been impressive, but it was all pretty much easy LG because Twister was in an open spot where it's pretty easy to hit high LG. So I wouldn't really talk too much about the LG, but now Twister lagging. But no, his railgun was very excellent in this game.
And there you go. Luckily, that bit of lag there doesn't have any impact on the game, on the outcome of the game, which is a relief, because there are lots of spots where that happens. But nice Rail versus Rockets there. Pretty nice. And Ash going to finish it off. 10-4 now. And things looking pretty good for Ash here. Ash and Cypher, the favorites to go through this through Group A. And,
has Ash played Pavel yet?
Yes, it was the first match. And
who won that one?
Ash won 2-0. It was.
So that means Ash will go through then.
Yeah.
He's won this one as well. Yeah. So that means who's next?
After Ash and Twister, we watch Cypher versus Ash, which should be.
Okay, that'll decide who finishes first then. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, 12-4 there between Ash and Twister for Blood on the first map between these two guys. And Ash looking pretty good indeed. And Twister, I mean, didn't start off well, like you pointed out. There were 3 or 4 mistakes right at the start to give away all of his stack, give away 3 or 4 frags, and after that it was just an uphill struggle.
I mean, it's okay to make mistakes, but to make 4 ones that you blow your stack, I mean, you can only sort of lose. I like to say get stacked. So that's when you lose all your stack for nothing. You can maybe afford to do that like once in a game, but if you do it 3-4 times, it's like at this level, it's going to be so hard for you to win, to lose all your stack for pretty much nothing. It's obviously not ideal, so yeah, you can't do it too much. But yeah, we're on T7 now, so I'll let you take it away.
So Twister versus Ash, match 2, match point for Ash, and we're going to be on Twister to begin with as he gets the rocket launcher straight away and the red armor. So split situation on the big items here. So pretty typical start. Twister not taking the standard routes, I'd say, but
yep. Ash delaying the Mega there until 10 seconds, which is actually quite common on this map. Doesn't really have too much of an effect, provided that Twister doesn't sort of wait on the Mega, so it should be okay. So both players going to fight for this red now, most likely. Ash in a better position, and he's actually doesn't really hit much rockets, so Twister's got to hit a rail here, because especially because Ash doesn't have rail, so he needs to hit a rail. He needs to hit one, and he does, so that's really excellent. So now he can actually have a chance of getting this Mega. So it's going to be hard for Ash, but he's moving through anyway. He's weak, so it'll come down to who hits the next shot. And nice rail by Twister, so he's going to have the ascendancy to begin with on T7.
Good stuff there from Twister. Needed this start too, but how can he get his way through this choke point? Hits the rail, that's going to help him get through, but just missing the second there. But he did enough. Going to be able to fall back onto the Mega Health, so very steady start from Twister so far.
Twister would have been much better off if he'd had to just grab the Mega and charged red. Ash would have been defending with maybe one gun or maybe the rocket launcher. So I don't know what Twister thought he was doing, trying to go slow, and he only managed to hit one rail, and it was actually before he picked up the red, so he essentially did no damage either. And now he's in an even spot, whereas he should have been in a dominating spot from getting the first frag and having Mega and yellow. So a mistake already from Twister. I mean, it didn't cause him a death, but it sort of stopped him from getting frags, which is almost as bad. So
Twister going to find a nice rail onto Ash, but the damage is returned, and Twister really dangerous stuff right now. If he gets hit by one more rail or a stream of LG, he's done for. But he's maintaining a bit of positioning here, just so. I mean, he didn't go back in time to drop for the red. He's only going to get a yellow. Red is still up there, and Ash didn't take the red, and he does drop onto it, but not before Twister picks it up. Twister goes for the engagement now, and Ash, he's forced to a really damaging situation when it could have been so clean.
Yeah, I don't know what Ash was doing there. He sort of just left the red. Leaving the red's okay, provided they don't get an opportunity to, go get it themselves. But he went too far away from it, so I don't really know what he was thinking there. He didn't even look to see if the red was up, so that's pretty interesting move. But so now he's in an okay position because he's going to be able to grab the red, he's going to be able to grab the yellow, and he's already got all 3 guns. So he should be in an okay position to fight, especially with Twister not having rail, which is going to be crucial. So yeah, actually Ash is in a really good spot here that he's going to be able to deny rail for as long as he can. Maybe Twister might even come for it now, which if Ash was still where he was, he might have dropped. No, he didn't. So both players going to try and fight over this red, which I think both players really should. But yeah, Twister, when you're up there, you can't really afford to drop as quite as slowly as that. He needs to get down spamming. So he got owned for that, and yeah, now Ash in again another dominating position on the map.
And there goes the rocket work straight onto that Mega, but somehow, some way, Twister does manage to get the steal. And yellow going towards Ash, but he's really found wanting for health and armor at the moment, and red is coming up shortly, so Twister could most certainly make a play onto this. Here goes Ash though, he wants to be right on that red armor, that's where he is. Twister finds himself without the red, without position, and with a lot of damage taken, so Ash in a great spot now, moving into the next Mega Health, but what will Twister do, or what should Twister do to really remedy this situation?
Well, not what he's doing right now, is he's going for a shot that he really can't afford to go for. I mean, he's in a bad spot, so he's going to grab rocket ammo and this YA, which is good. He needs to sort of wait here. He can't be caught at red, so he doesn't really want to go for Mega either because... Oh, okay, he's going for it. Yeah, that's why he didn't want to go for it, because Ash was always going to wait in the middle somewhere, whether that be at the 50 bubble or down low, and do damage on whatever Twister went for. And again, Twister getting away, even though he's got away here, and he won't last long because he's been railed twice and 3 times. So really clutch shots there by Ash. He's going to be in such a good position after grabbing this yellow, more rail ammo, and he'll just hold out for the red, which is the next item. He'll probably go high to cut Twister off from the LG, which he is doing, and he's going to get the frag again. So it's really too easy by Twister. I mean, don't really know what he thinks he's doing. I mean, that was pretty much basic play by Ash, and it's working pretty well. So do
you think
Twister may be a bit steamed off?
Yeah, I think it could be frustration from Twister here. I mean, Ash is hitting like 75% rail. Like, he's hitting pretty much everything right now onto Twister, and yeah, not many opportunities so far, but as you say, there's been some weird plays from Twister as well, like weird drops and so on and so forth. But here goes Ash, another gorgeous rail there on the exit, and that's going to take down Twister for the 7-1 scoreline for Ash as we move into the halfway point. Do you see any redeeming factor, any redeeming moments that are possible for Twister?
Well, it's possible in 5 minutes. It's not like it's like 8 minutes where it's getting really difficult. If he can get, get a good engagement, he's just got to, again, slow down the game and not throw away his life and his stack. This could be good for him. That was maybe ideal for him to sort of, even if he had died there, he would have been able to do so much damage that it would have been okay, maybe, if he had stayed down there and, pinned Ash with LG. But he did manage to do a bit of damage, but the problem is, he's only managed to get in on the yellow. And now he's going for damage now. He needs to hit another rail or something. I mean, he's putting the game on this instance, If he dies here, which he probably... Oh, actually, he's done nice damage. So he's maybe got a little lucky there. So he's in a good spot. He just needs to go and get the red. He has to let Ash get the Mega. He can't go for that. So he has to grab the red, move to yellow, and then go from there.
All right, so let's see if he's going to be able to do any of that. And Ash, great rockets again. He is going to go down. Twister, 9-1 scoreline now for Ash.
Yeah, he moved too slowly into yellow there, and he needed to just go red and get yellow. If Ash actually was probably dropping to the yellow right as Twister would have been moving in, so he probably would have even had Ash pinned. So it's just like he's got items, but he doesn't want to take them, and I don't really understand why. But he can still win, but 10 frags in 4 minutes, or 3.5 more like. He needs to get a frag here, and then he needs to get lucky from there on. So probably not going to happen, obviously. But this is his chance.
And here he goes. He does pick up the kill. Got the yellow as well. Nice bit of LG. Perfect LG onto Ash. Does take him down just before the red spawns. Not going to find the spawn. And now Twister's going to make his way towards an interception of some kind, as after picking up this lightning gun, he's got a lot of time to play with before Mega spawns, and Ash is going to find him and deal some really nasty damage. Now Twister's locked out of that choke point, and you can see Ash is playing with the position. Twister just can't move through, and he's kind of like struggling for options in that spot.
Yeah,
and
Twister just needed to attack. He just needed to go all out. I mean, 8 frags in 7 minutes. Okay, it's not ideal to charge through, but he didn't have a choice, and he didn't do it anyway. So if he had a chance of winning, now it's gone. So again, he's made a mistake, which is like, it's a basic mistake. With 8 frags down, obviously, like I said, you just have to go for it. I mean, okay, you're going to lose by 15 if it doesn't work out, but who cares, A loss is a loss.
Yep, you get increasingly more desperate as the time ticks away. And
but maybe Twister wasn't getting more desperate, which has been a little bit of a downfall in that situation.
Missing that second round. Does connect one though, looking for this frag still. Going to go for the rocket jump. I love it. But can he make his way onto Ash? There he finds him with the lightning gun. Got to get the finishing blow very soon though. There it is. Ash doesn't hit a rail as he falls, so relatively clean for Twister. And he's going to make his way onto Ash again. Red is spawning, so is the Mega. He's just got to bulldog Ash. As you said, he's going to get in. He's going to go in really strong here. But Ash is just disappearing around every single corner. Twister does hit a nice little pixel rail there on the bridge. And Ash is just playing it smart. He's waiting to see where Twister will go, and then he goes the other way. And he got himself a Mega out of it. Yeah, and he gets the red too.
Oh yeah.
No
The
way.
thing is with Twister is he kind of had to leave that red just so that he could sort of maybe get a frag. But I'm really impressed with Ash's movement actually. He's been moving around the map really slickly, like wall clipping at a lot of opportunities where he should be, and yeah, he's been really fast around the map. It's been really impressive to watch. So he's always managed to get away when like he should have got away. So as you can see now, he's in a good spot. Gonna grab the red, and yeah, with a minute 26 frags is not possible. Well, it is possible, but not versus Ash.
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. You've got to give the players some level of respect.
Definitely.
And definitely Ash is playing really, really well. It's going to be quite a cool match to see next. Cypher and Ash, to see who indeed does get the top spots in the group. And Ash and Cypher, I mean, everyone's been looking pretty good. But Ash and Cypher, of course, have been looking the two best, so it's going to be really cool to see how Ash actually fares against Cypher.
Yep, I'd say Cypher will probably take it. Obviously, being pretty much the dominating player, especially in Europe. I would say that the other players in Europe are quite a bit behind Cypher at the moment. I'd say probably Rafa is obviously close onto the level. I mean, that final could have gone either way. So, other than him, which obviously is not here, I couldn't see anyone beating Cypher who's in this lineup. I mean, Evil has sort of fallen off a little bit in the last couple of
what about Cooler?
Last couple of months. Well. Oh, Cooler actually, he actually probably has the best chance out of all the players. Actually, I guess, because he is obviously such an experienced player. So, yeah. And the final last week, although the lag had a little bit to do with that, maybe.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see this week how that goes. So yeah, but Cooler definitely actually, now that you've mentioned him, I've sort of forgotten about him because he wasn't at DreamHack. Yeah, now that you mentioned him, he actually has an okay chance as well. But I'd still say Cypher would beat him.
I really am looking forward to seeing Evil as well, because Evil was super disappointed with his performance at DreamHack, and I think everyone knows that Evil can be a lot better than how he played there. So
definitely.
It feels like we didn't get to see really Evil versus Cypher in a kind of circumstance that really looked like Evil was in the right shape to really be the proper test.
I think Evil got a little unlucky with draw. Of course, you don't want to end up with Rafa. I find that Rafa, he's the sort of guy who pretty much will never lose until the finals. So with Rafa, if you get matched up against him, you sort of feel like, oh no, I don't really have a chance. But if obviously with Cypher is such a great player too, but I think a lot of players will feel a little bit more comfortable against him because he gives you a lot more opportunity to sort of do damage, whereas and that sort of thing. Whereas Rafa plays so tight and like so mentally well that he can be quite a difficult prospect, especially because a lot of players have never played him that much. So yeah, Evil got a little unlucky with that, but he didn't do very well against Rafa, so at all.
Definitely. So, guys, on that note, we'll go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Cypher versus Ash to see who will top the Group A, here for the FACEIT full final. And we'll see you after this.